I put all this effort. Hold on, you can't see me. Oh, I put all this effort into the background of things I really like. We got Halo. We got Red Dead Redemption. We got Leafster. We got Spider-Man. We got fucking me. Everything's all set up. Everything looks really good. And then I leave my sofa like this. Okay. We're gonna clean up.
Wow, we sure did that, didn't we?
I really didn't want it. I'm not wearing them today. I didn't wear them today. What the fuck? I'm a little annoyed that it's not centered. It's actually kind of driving me insane. Why aren't you centered? What angle are you at? Oh, fuck.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
I don't know, Tim. I was thinking.
What is it, Margaret?
We're making a really expensive phone here.
Like, yeah, really expensive phone.
So I was thinking, what if we made it out of fucking slippery lubricant?
Wow, you really think my mind, Tim.
I do. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice just to relax, to have a wee sit, to have a wee shit, to have a wee yit? Welcome back. It's me, Warrior Cat Sofa Guy. That's a really cool username. Warrior Cat Sofa Guy. I hope that I'm known as the Warrior Cat Sofa Guy. I hope I'm known as the Sofa Guy in the OSC. I want to be known as the Sofa Guy. The Sofa Guy. You know? Like that guy where you go, God, why have he got so much shit on his sofa? There's a lot of shit on the sofa. But you're not meant to look at the sofa. You're meant to look at me and the background and how pretty it is and how I don't miss my wife. So today, we're fighting for liberty. Come on, ThunderClan. We need to fight for liberty.
Firestar, I don't know what that means.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh my god, you can't say that.
Shut up. It's liberty time. ThunderClan stands for democracy. It stands for liberty. You won't listen to me. You'll listen to my fucking gun.
Oh my god, Firestar's gone nuts.
I slabbered on it. Look at the slabber. I would have so much respect for Firestar if he just, I get so much problems with dealt with. Scourge who? I didn't hear him over my AK-47, sorry. Anyway, welcome back to Warrior Cats. Today we're going to be talking about Sunset. So hasn't been too long since I've read Sunset. I actually read it about, that's a Dusty 360. I read it about, God, these episodes are so delayed because I'm actually at the moment of reading this, of recording this, of reading this. I'm actually about halfway through the site of season 3, and I'm very happy with how it's going. I love my baby boy J-Paw. I love him. He's a sweetheart. I will die for J-Paw. Favorite character went from like no one to top tier so quickly. I love that little cunt. He's such a fucking asshole, but I love him. I love in every shape and form of him. He's great. But we're not talking about that. We're talking before him. We're talking pre-J. Sounds dirty. Pre-J? Why does that sound dirty to me? Maybe I can just imagine this, just like,
Jay Fever,
you're blind.
yeah, I may be blind, but I don't miss my fucking shot. Eat shit, leaf bulb. Oh my god! He's gone insane!
Can I get to the point of this fucking video. Oh my lord. Right. Sunset. We're talking about Sunset today. Sunset, I know I'm reading these very out of order. Well, I'm not reading them out of order. I'm reading them actually in order. I'm talking about them very out of order. Am I talking about Sunset? I'm talking about Sunset. So I'll talk about Twilight probably fucking ages from now. Because I talked about Firestar's Quest. Now I'm immediately going to Sunset. Maybe I'll talk about any of the other books later on. I already did a video on Into the Wild, but I feel like it was really brief and I really want to talk about it on the sofa. So we'll do that at some point. Sunset. So it takes place, if my memory serves me right, just after the Badger attack. Just after Leafpool and Crowfeather had their River Island drama of running away together and coming back. It takes place just after they killed the best character, by the way. Fuck you. We will not say her name once. I don't want anyone commenting her name. I don't want even anyone mentioning her. They took her away from me and I cried for so fucking long. You do not understand how long that broke me for. I don't know why I'm wearing headphones. I don't need to wear these. I kind of like it though. It makes me feel comforted. It's probably an autistic thing, but like, I am autism, so it's fine. So it takes place just after that event, and it's kind of the recovery. I see this as almost a recovery and cleanup book. A lot of shit happens in it, and one thing that I found that was very natural, that a lot of people probably won't find natural, is the relationship between Brambleclaw and Squawflight. Now, it felt like a big jump to make Brambleclaw and Squawflight suddenly kind of get along again. They had a very negative relationship in Twilight, and at the beginning of Sunset they seem to be very close. And I think it's weird, it doesn't make a lot of sense if you're looking at it from a writing perspective, but when you're reading it, it makes a lot more sense than you think. Like, it feels natural. It's like you've just gone through this horrific battle, we've lost so many cool guys, not gonna mention her, and it felt like a subconscious kind of realization of what really matters, and that kind of thing of shit. We almost game ended. Like, I feel like this means, like, I feel like we need to be more adults here. And I don't know, it worked. I was on board with it. And we started getting our first little signs of jealous boyfriend, Ashfur. I know I'm gonna love Ashfur in the future. I can already tell what he's gonna be like. I'm very excited. But for where I am now, he's a little bit of a jealous boyfriend. You know, he's kind of, my heart, I loved her, wah, kind of thing. I like it a lot. I think it's gonna end in torment, a lot of fire, wink wink, but we'll see how things go. But I really did enjoy that kind of aspect of things. One thing I actually thought I would hate, but ended up loving, was Cinder Paw. I'm on the season 3 beginning to sight, so I'm kind of ahead on this. But Cinder Kit, what an awesome idea! We brought back the woman that shall not be named, Cinder Paw. I'm gonna name her. I'm so glad, right? Because it would feel so unnatural in anything else, but it felt like, yeah, this is right. Like, Cinderpelt really got fucked over She was caring and loving, one of the best characters, if not the best character. And it really hurt to see her go. And now that we're kind of getting these hints that she never really left and is getting a second chance at the life she missed out on, I'm totally on board with it. They go way more in depth in the site, but I'm Aiden and haven't read the site yet. I thought that was a really kind of cute way to take it. I could tell what they were hinting at, and I think it's a very interesting kind of perspective. This kind of focuses way more on the relationship with Tiger Star in Cat Hell, or in the Dark Forest. With the opening with Dark Stripe is really fucked, by the way. Like, Dark Stripe's pretty much gone. He's going to be lingering in the forest forever. And this kind of idea of this hell that's like a continuous torment for these guys, like mice that could never be caught but continuously out of reach, prey that's like always just so close, like endlessly wandering, hearing cats meowing but never finding them. That's a really cool area it's just cool. It's a really cool way to handle like a damnation for these characters. It really did feel like a really cool way of handling it. And the opening dialogue between Tiger Star and Dark Stripe was really, really creepy and cool and cold, and leaving him in the dust. Like, I want you to read it. I don't want to explain it. I think you should read it. It's really well done. I think the book itself feels very much like a clean-up and a tidy. It very much focuses on the relationship between Brambleclaw, Hawkfrost, and Tiger Star, as Tiger Star gets them to visit him in Cat Hell in their dreams and learn how to fight and take over their clan. Hawkfrost becomes a lot more, at least into it, than Brambleclaw does. Into it, I mean very forceful and very aggressive. And it also comes to light that Mothwing wasn't actually ever meant to be a medicine cat. She was, the prophecy of the Mothwing left at the entrance of the cave was fake. It was brought by Hawkfrost, and Hawkfrost was basically gaslighting her, or girl bossing her into keeping it quiet and making her say things and making up fake prophecies, which is very interesting. Hawkfrost was a big star in this book. I think they really nailed this kind of character that didn't feel too sadistic, but you knew he had a lot of power through it. He felt in control, at least of himself. And through the entire book, I was kind of sweating bullets. HR was sweating. Firestar's death was in the back of my mind the entire time. I don't want my baby boy to die. I love him so much. So you don't know the honest to God fear I felt whenever he got stuck in a fox trap. And it was Hawkfrost's fault. It was terrifying, my boy. It was horrible. They got his neck. So basically what happened was Hawkfrost lured Firestar out of the camp, and he got caught into a fox trap, which was something that was hinted at earlier in the books whenever a kid got stuck in a fox trap, and a bunch of warriors from Shadow Clan were like and then didn't actually help. Mad respect, you know, I stand for Shadow Clan liberty. Shouldn't have got stuck, little fuck. Is this gonna be a returning gag the entire episode? Oh man, there's so much I want to talk about in this book. I feel so all over the place this video, but I'm really enjoying just talking about it randomly. And that's what I want, is just these random little stupidly put together videos. But oh man, that was a terrifying time, because I'm like reading this like, shit, is it time? Am I gonna lose my baby boy? Is this it? It felt so sad. I was just sitting there like, Oh man, I can't even explain it. And it was Hawkfrost, and someone else will never know who it was. It was totally Ashfur. Ashfur was totally the other person that helped. It was totally Ashfur. Totally. Like, who else would it be? Come on. He was the one that ran back to camp anyway, so it makes complete sense. But man, like, it was this situation of Firestar being trapped by Hawkfrost, and Brambleclaw came to the rescue, and he had a choice to make. Hawkfrost was giving him the red pill, blue pill kind of treatment. Kill your leader and become the leader right now, or pick the pacifist route. Coward. And Firestar just gave him this kind of look of like, make your choice. And I'm just like, please Brambleclaw, please, come on man, don't do it, please, don't take him away from me. And he didn't. I'm so mad, sweating bullets through that entire scene. I was so worried in case that is what was gonna happen. Oh, I know he dies, but I don't know when, and I don't want it to happen soon. Man, I don't want my little ginger cat to go anywhere. I love him too much for that. But yeah, he said no, and it eventually led to this big fight, and Brambleclaw ends up vampire staking Hawkfrost through the throat. Hawkfrost basically, it falls out of him. There's like blood gushing from his throat. He's like still going off on him. He's like, he slowly falls over into the water, and like the blood trickles into the water, fulfilling the prophecy of blood will be spilt because I said so. I forgot what Leafpool's prophecy was. Blood will be spilled in blood, and the river will run red before peace comes. I think it was close to that. And God, this is a kid's book. This is a kid's book. This is a kid's book. This is a child's book. Anyway, so yeah, it ends with a gory death, and then they all come save Firestar, and then they're kind of like, what if we just, good that, let's just leave. So they make up this lie that Hawkfrost slipped on a banana peel. I believed it, and you shouldn't question it. So they all lived happily ever after. There's so much in the book that happens, like, oh man, I'm so out of order with this, and I love it. This kind of dynamic between Brambleclaw and Hawkfrost when they're being trained by Tigerstar in the Dark Forest is so interesting, because you're kind of just listening and watching the whole time, like, oh shit, I don't know, man. I really hope he realizes he's getting fucked over here soon. The whole dynamic of the Dark Forest is so cool and so cruel, and I think it's, I gave it the opening. Oh, I love how cool the opening is. If you haven't, go read it. It's so cool. I can't describe to you. There's one scene I really like where Hawkfrost is forcing or blackmailing Mothwing into giving this fake prophecy to kick out Stormfern Brook. I forgot to even mention them. You'll know the disappointment I felt when they returned. Like, in Twilight, it ended with the ending of the battle, and they were like, 2 people walked into camp, and it was amazing to see them again. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh my god, fucking Greystripe, and the other one, Greystripe, and then Stonefur. They were there. They were kind of trying to make up this prophecy about pebbles, because they were trying to make up an excuse because Hawkfrost doesn't like a woman with an accent, and Brooke has an accent. I read the audiobooks, listen to the audiobooks. So each one of these characters, I'm going off Kevin McLeod Andrews. Kevin McLeod. How are you feeling today, Squirrel Flight? Oh man, that's really funny. Oh, I am hilarious. Where they're trying to like make her make up this fake prophecy, and it feels so awkward. Like I'm sitting there, like I feel like I'm in the crowd, like cringing at all this, because he's like, "Come on, tell them about the prophecy," and she's like, and then like Leopard Star is like, "Maybe we should talk about this in private," and they're like,
Come on, get to the privacy talk.
well, you see, I felt so bad for her. Mothwing deserves so much better, and I'm so glad that Hawk Frost is dead. Yeah, they do just fucking make up bullshit about that, by the way. That wasn't a joke in the site. It's just confirmed that they lied about it, and everyone was okay about it. Like, they just... Banana peel. I love the writing in these books. The way everything's paced makes a lot of sense. The way characters react to things makes a lot of sense. And I'm in love with this book series. I really am. And I love talking about it like this. It's stupid rambles that mean nothing, but I love it. I loved my experience with season 2. It had so much content. Oh, so much content! Like, we went on a full journey. We had like a whole moment meeting a badger. We came back from a journey. We went on another huge journey. We had that guy that fell off the cliff. We had like the whole boss battle with like Saber-Tooth Man. We had like Feathertail going yeet. We had so much characters. We had so much development. We had Hawk Frost, the Dark Forest. We had so much. Season 2 rules. I cannot describe to you how impressed I am with the capability to write so much with like so little books. Like, it is awesome. Now, do I think season 2 is better than season 1? No, because I'm nostalgic towards season 1. And Into the Wild will always be my favourite book. I also find it really, really hard to, overall with season 2, to step away from Firestar. I love him, and not being through his eyes kind of hurts a little, because his problems still feel like my problems. And I care about him, and when we're taking a back step to it, especially with Cinderpelt's death, I wanted to be Firestar to feel what he was feeling, because he was devastated, but we didn't really get much of it. I think that's the only thing that I felt. Again, no, I've spent like a full series of books with Firestar. I want to see his reactions when characters he's connected to dies, because I'm connected to them. And as much as, you know, these characters carried the weight that's missing, I just miss being Firestar. And if I would have continued writing Warriors, I would have loved to just keep being Firestar. That's something I just miss. Now, you need to get it perfectly right, because if you're replacing Firestar, it needs to be with characters I care equals about. And it did it pretty well with you know, the cast in season 2. Season 3 seems to be doing amazingly, but I just miss the importance of Firestar, because he's still important to me. I have never left him. Like, you know, I've spent like a full series of books and a special of him. So when like Cinderpelt dies, I want to be there with him. I want to grieve with him. I want to see his reactions. That's the only thing I was missing from season 2. Is just Firestar. I like him just being a side character is really a hard pill to swallow, because I love the guy. You know, I've been him for 6 books, 7 if you count Into the Fire Wild. It just, know. Season 2's cast was awesome, you know. I really enjoyed all of them. Even though like it starts with a big group and kind of whittles down to just Squirrelflight and Brambleclaw, I still like them and they carried it. And Sunset was such an amazing book. I love Warrior Cats. I really do. It makes me happy. It's a real comfort for me. And hopefully, when I'm done the site, you guys will get to hear about that too. But I'm also slowing down my reading because I want to I don't want to get like these many books ahead and have to kind of remember. I want to like record this a day I finish the book, so I'm still kind of hyped about it. I'm rolling with the punches. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to another Warrior Cats round. I know these are really all over the place, but I really enjoy it. I love this kind of stuff. It is a load of fun. And I hope maybe someday I'll be known as the couch guy. Anyway. I need to get packed for work. I have work tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. Shut up. So, that video is finally finished. Oh my god. It took so long. That video took an unbelievable amount of time. Like, I've had this video in the back burners for months, and I had so much. It took so long. It was such a pain in the ass, but it's done. So definitely leave a like or whatever. I don't care. I'll see you all in this. I'm already almost done season 3, by the way. That's how far along I am and how like long ago this video was made. I am like already at the end of fucking like season 3. I've already finished the site. I've already finished all this. I am so behind. I'm so ahead, but the videos are so behind. So leave a like and I'll see you all later.